There were a few reports in the public domain about extra expenses by city staff and councillors. First was the trip to Ireland. We had two councillors with the staff. They spend 2,500 per day per person. And then on Canada Day, 600,000 spent for a single artist. So can you justify these expenses where it could have been done in a lower cost?
So obviously the City of Brampton believes in being frugal with all expenses, and we look at ways to recoup cost. In terms of Canada Day, this is our 50th birthday as a city and a region appeal, and we wanted to have a great Canada Day celebration. And when we put on Canada Day, we try to recoup as many costs as possible through sponsorships. So we've got some great corporate sponsors that enable us to put on great events. And in the case of the Canada Day artists this year, they actually brought their own sponsor to sponsor the event. I believe they brought a single sponsorship that helped present the front stage at 160,000 from one sponsorship, and so these events also generate revenue. And so when you see the cost of a show, it doesn't necessarily reflect the sponsorship that's brought in. And on Canada Day, because of the vendor booths that we rent, because of parking fees, because of the sponsorships of every aspect of Canada Day, the actual figures are very different than the one that was reported in that one web article. I would note, though, we do want to put on a great Canada Day show. And every year we have a budget for New Year's Eve and Canada Day. We've since added Diwali as well, and we want to put on a great show. Our most well-attended city event of the year is always Canada Day. We live in the greatest country in the world, and whatever challenges we have, we'll handle. But at the same time, I think we've won a lottery ticket to have the incredible pleasure to live in this country. And on Canada Day, we want to celebrate that with pride, and we had a great show this year, and we look forward to having great shows in the years ahead. And thank you to all the corporate sponsors that made this possible. And there was I think almost a dozen corporate sponsors that enabled this event. And thank you, Councillor Keenan and Paleshi. I was asked, we have a great sponsor, we have a great relationship with the head of the Web Summit, Paddy Cosgrove, and there's an emerging tech sector in Ireland. I would note they actually hosted the first day of Collision in Brampton this year, which was really exciting. And publicly, he's been speaking about Brampton's Innovation District and how we lean in on startups. I'm so proud that the relationship we have built with him is one that led to Collision to actually be in Brampton. I would note that next year they're going to Vancouver, and good on Vancouver for being able to attract that international conference that attracts the largest gathering of tech companies in the world. I was asked to speak at that conference in Dublin. I wasn't able to because my schedule was so tight here, and at the last minute, Councillor Keenan and Paleshi were able to step up, and so I thought that trip was misrepresented, but grateful that we have a Team Brampton approach in the city where everyone steps up to help out. I wish I could be everywhere myself, but I can't. And so this council keeps a very busy schedule to make sure we can cover every opportunity for the city. And, had a council report that was presented on some of the investment that's coming to our city because of the MOUs that we're